and Murli all the very best because this movie, this biopic, people need to know what happened in his life. I remember meeting him the first time in 1993. It sounds ages ago. Yeah. But we continue to be good friends. Coincidentally, I was in Sri Lanka just last month for UNICEF work, and I messaged Murli that I am in your beautiful city. Where are you? He says, I'm in India. What are you doing in Sri Lanka? And that's how I'm here. He spoke to me for the first time about his biopic, and he said, would you be able to come for the event? I said, any time for you. ये इतना humble है, इतना simple है, in spite of achieving so much in life. It's impossible to refuse it. So I said, I'm going to what I'm actually wishing you all the best.
Murli sir, you've always had this smile in your face. You've always been a smiling assassin. You know, the poor fellow is smiling at you and the ticket is out. But generally speaking, your rivalry was legendary, of course. So you had the two gentlemen in that time, Brian Lara sir and Sachin sir, the two greatest of all time. But you were like the common factor in the middle for everyone. It's almost like the world was always against you, and you put on the TV at 9 o'clock in the morning for the test match, you're bowling. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're still bowling. Even if the rain has gone, you're bowling in the nets. So first, before I ask anything, how in this machine was able to bowl forever and ever and keep bowling all these overs? How?
Before, first of all, thank you very much because coming to me and supporting me. Because I am also a fan of him, more than a colleague and a friend, and more than a fan of him. Because, that what he has done in cricket, nobody could do. Because it is impossible to generate even another 100 years, nobody can come like him. Because it's a fact. Because I'm not saying my friend, because it's a fact. Because when someone gets 15 years, a first class 100, it's impossible. In 16 years, 17 years, you're getting a test 100. It's also impossible. So you have shown the way of billions of people how to play cricket, how to be humble like him. And I've seen more cricketers. He's the most humble person in Indian cricket. Few words, and with the friends he enjoys, but few words with everyone. So I think he's the best forever, because another Sachin Tendulkar won't be born in
That's why he becomes a master.
until my life finishes, right? So for your questions, what you asked, I forgot.
So forget it. But the questions are very simple. You yourself, sir, are the greatest of all time from that side. But I have to say this. We were always gunning for you when you were not playing against us. I hated you when you were playing against us. But otherwise, you just kept on and on. You were like a low, like how Sachin sir at one time was probably one of the only people. If he got out, he switched off the TV. I'm sure with a lot of Sri Lankans across the world as well. If you were bowling and if you had a bad day, they would be really disappointed. You were carrying the shoulder, the entire Sri Lankan team on your shoulders for so long. Just talk about that experience as well also, because in many ways you're very similar.
So two things. I know Sachin was carrying same way. It is hard because batsman all have one chance. So one mistake, you're finished. Bowler can do many mistakes, so I have a better chance of succeeding than him.
I'm still waiting for that juicy half volley. He's never bowled that well.
So it was difficult, but thing is, because to carrying the whole team, because the reason was Sri Lanka was not a great side when I started, because then only it slowly became because legends like Sanath and Sangha to Maira to Arjuna Aravinda all came that when we are playing our era. So that's why I think at the time bowling wise, because I took a lot of wickets because I am bowling one side. Because somebody has to take wickets, right?
You're very, very modest.
And Vas and me to bowl because we didn't have much. Later stage only the bowlers came. So I had opportunities, a lot of opportunities. The pressure is high, so that pressure, because if you enjoy the game, you don't think about the end result. And you just want to at the time, at the person who am I bowling, on your day you might beat that person, but some days that person will beat. So you have to accept it. So I think I accepted and always didn't get upset getting wickets or not, because keep a smile, because I have to enjoy the game. So I will advise any cricketer, rather than thinking about performance, just go and enjoy. Be great to the God, because you are given the participation is more important than having succeed. So I think that's the way it is, because I lived in 18 years in 16 years in hostel, 10 to 12 years in hostel. So that was given me a thought that you have to be like, sharing and be happy every time, because there are a lot of problems you'll have, but still you have to be happy. So that's why that teach me to how to play cricket in the latter part.
So what do you think made Murli sir great? When they say that there's something that is always there, you played against the greatest of all of the bowlers. What made him so special, even while you were playing? Because I remember for a long time, Murli sir used to only bowl the incoming delivery. Eventually, later on, you developed the other bits, and we saw that just with that one ball also, he used to keep on at it. So what was so great about Murli sir as a bowler?
See, just now the way he answered that earlier question, that if an individual is not going to appreciate for what one is able to go out and do, how would the rest of the world appreciate? And that is what mental strength is all about. There are not going to be good times every time you go out. There are going to be ups and downs, there are going to be disappointments. But from those disappointments, how do you rise back, get on your feet and start competing? That makes you a real sportsman. And exactly that is what he possessed. He, like you said earlier, that he just loved bowling. But the whole world knew that he had a big turn. When he can bowl on an expressway, he is going to turn the ball. No matter how the surface is, Murli is going to turn the ball. And he did not rely only on that. Just with that turn itself, he was a dangerous bowler. Because in our meetings, we would discuss hours on end how to tackle him, what are the signals to pick, all those things. But he kept reinventing himself.
No, so the signals, I want to ask you. You said in an interview how you used to read on the hand.
I'm still figuring out.
I will definitely see. Some players read. I know he read me very well, right? Not many people can prove. But Lara had success, but he never read me also.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know what mechanism it is, but he read me, and also few people I know Rahul, is one of the greatest players. He never read me.
Really?
I knew that. So Sachin always, him and Shewak and those players in Gambhir are like the players. Some players read, some players even later, sometimes they play on that. So it's definitely I am saying he read, few people read me, and even in my team, some people read and some people doesn't, because some are playing ways are different, because legend like him, he watch from the seam of the ball, from the hand itself. Some people doesn't, they look at the pitch.
Off the pitch.
Yes.
That's where he was. Yes.
So when, like he said, that very few guys read him, but in that also he wanted to develop more things, and if I'm not mistaken, he developed Dusra in the late 90s.
Yes, much later.
Yeah.
And the story that I heard through Harbhajan was, इसने दूसरा डालना तो बहुत पहले सीखा था, मगर वो नेट पे प्रैक्टिस करे जा रहा था. So for 18 months, he continued practicing Dusra in the nets before he bowled the first ball in international. And that the reason for that was that he should not lose his original strength, the qualities that he possessed, while continuing to bowl well in Test cricket. In that, you continue also to develop new things, introduce new things, because you have to, like I said, you continue reinventing yourself. Like how bowler is reading batter's mind, batters are also trying to figure out what the bowler is trying to do. So the combination and to then plan this, execute, consistently outsmart battles is not easy. And that is what we experience all the time.
And a gentleman who probably didn't care about the pitch, the overcast conditions. He just had a bat in his hand and he used to go 6 balls, 4 sixes only. His name is Sanjay Jayasuriya. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please have him on stage? For the man who was famous, sir, for your forearms and your grip, we must have that story also. Did you work specially on every time people saw you, the way you hit the ball, was devastating. So yes, Murli sir is here. I know you're very happy about that, but that story we have to know. Were you always working your forearm so you could smash the bowlers for some 200 meters?
No, I never use. I can't play with a heavy bat like Sachin. My bat is very light.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So just a toothpick smashing 200 meters. Murli sir and you, in the most beautiful phase of Sri Lankan cricket, you've known this film is you. You're all there. And what I love about how this film is also talked about is the entire time when I remember live cricket, Arjuna Anandunga put his hand on your shoulder during the entire chucking controversy, and the whole team came together as one. That entire time, and him, I remember there was a very dejected Murli sir walking on TV. I remember watching that outside and saying, what's going on? As a unit, was that perhaps like an incredible family, that entire Sri Lankan team that was dominating the world and fighting also and giving a statement? Those years, tell us about that.
Yeah, I think that was the incident for us to make to win the World Cup in 1996. That incident, because in Australia we went through a really bad time, and Murli went through a difficult time, and we were all backing him, including captain. And as a team players, we did much as what we can do. And what we can do is, after we came back to Sri Lanka, we went through a difficult time again. And the World Cup was started. There are some teams didn't turn up. India came with the Pakistan to show the world that Sri Lanka is safe. We are always thankful to India for doing that, to come to Sri Lanka. And because of that, we survived our cricket. So thank you every time. Our younger generation didn't know sometimes these things would happen in 1996. So when the other teams didn't come, they straight away came from our opening ceremony to Sri Lanka and show the solidarity with the Sri Lankans. So we're thankful to India all the time, what you did for Sri Lanka cricket. And great man is here with us to inaugurate this Murli's thing, and I'm very happy to be here, and a great human being. And when you share the dressing room, very difficult.
I have to ask you this, sir.
Very difficult dressing room. You can't get out. Then when you get out and come inside the dressing room, you have to put the earplugs.
He screams at you?
Yeah. No chance.
Really?
No
I
chance.
scream.
He don't want to lose a game. If somebody is batting well, if somebody is throwing wicket, if somebody getting out, he will come and say all sort of things. He will do everything to how you get out. You should not do this. You should do this. He is coaching. He will coach the whole thing till the match finish. If you lose the match, you are finished. If somehow win the match, you are alright.
Wow. The smiling assassin, they say. Sanat sir, one more question to you. Did you ever feel bad when you were hammering all the bowlers? Like that poor fellow's career might be over after your over is over. I want to honestly ask you, did you feel bad?
No, you don't feel bad. You just go and play your natural game all the time.
Yeah.
So that's all I do.
Sachin sir, did you have a plan for him? What was the one team meeting for him? Then what about Kalwatarana and Sanat sir when they were batting? Was there a special meeting there?
100%. I was just telling him that we were discussing World Cup semi-finals, and that is where we ended up discussing for an hour on him and Kalu. And first over, both of them got out.
We thought we'd won.
They never got any plans for Arvind and Roshan Mahanam.
Sanat playing against him. I saw him first time in 1990 when he was here with the Sri Lankan team. We played in Chandigarh, one test match. He unfortunately got injured and couldn't play that test match. But other than that, like I said, Sanat to have in our dressing room. There were a few exhibition games also we played other than IPL. It was nice to have him in our dressing room than the Sri Lankan dressing room.
Yes, you were very hated, sir, as much as you are loved.
ये बैटिंग को भी बॉक्सिंग ग्लव पहन के आता था बाहर.
Okay, I'm going to play a little game with you in just before one last question I ask you. I'm going to play a little game.